Welcome to a new Daily Top AskReddit video. Today's topic.
What did you all think of Super Bowl halftime show, Kendrick Lamar's performance? Seeing Kendrick look right into the camera saying, "Hey Drake, skull skull." And Serena C. walk. And SZA co-starring. Kendrick nuked Drake with help from two of Drake's ex-girlfriends. At the beginning, the revolution will be televised. Removed. All of those lines while the Crips and the Bloods make the American flag. Fucking brilliant. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy. Quote. The crowd singing, a minor. And Kenny with the lowercase, piece. Tears of joy, tears of joy, tears of joy, tears of joy. I was trying to figure out what that stood for. Tears of joy, that's incredible. I had no clue Kendrick Lamar is like 5 feet 3 inches tall. 2024 was a good year for short musicians. Billy, Charlie, Beyonce, Chappell, Doechii, all under 5 feet 5. Is Sabrina Carpenter short? I can't remember, she never mentions her height. Sound engineering was ass, had to really blast the speakers to hear any words clearly. Otherwise solid performance. Camera work, choreography was pretty creative as expected. And of course SZA fucking devoured it. I thought there was a problem on my end with the audio. I thought me ears were fucked tbh. It was sponsored by Apple, so poor sound quality was to be expected. Two things. That car, 1985 Buick Grand National I think, was absolutely beautiful. I liked the US flag with people. Cool visually. Edit, it's an 87 GNX. All I ever wanted was a black Grand National. Fuck being rational. Give them what they ask for. Blank comment underneath username. Something weird is going on with Reddit tonight. Every year during the Super Bowl, there are so many comments happening in NFL, it basically breaks Reddit. My first thought was, did Kendrick Lamar cause the PSN outage with those icons on the field? That would have been one hell of a guerrilla marketing campaign. Black Uncle Sam, telling America we picked the wrong one, and calling out the game for being rigged. I wanted a more blunt call out, but I'll take it. Editor add, I sound unenthusiastic and I am not. Lol, he did awesome, and like others said, I think he pushed it as far as he was allowed. Also adding his 40 acres and mule line went hard. The whole thing was a strong statement about the current state of race and politics in America and the game. At least that's how I understood it, with the stage design invoking a prison yard on the football field. I was wondering if there weren't any white dancers, because we're not doing day anymore. I understood 2 words. A minor, that's all you really needed to hear. Mustard, ? I couldn't understand the vast majority of what was being said, even though I turned on my closed captioning trying to understand. When I see something like this, I really feel like an old man, like those old geezers who stand out on the porch and say, "You kids get out of my yard," rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing. I don't think it's you, I think it's the mixing. I have heard him perform elsewhere very clearly, but I had a hard time on the louder tracks. Kendrick is pretty easily understandable as far as rappers go, but he was hard AF to hear. This was a sound issue for the most part. Yeah, this is the first halftime show where I felt super old. To be fair, a lot of his songs aren't radio hits. If you're into hip-hop then you know them, but otherwise you might have recognized 1 or 2. Serena crip walking was an all-time halftime show moment. Her and Drake have dating history too. I just know Drake started punching the air. Drake went to a different room and watched the Rihanna halftime show. Apparently she also got in trouble with stuck-up tennis people previously for doing a crip walk after a match. I bet that felt real good. I loved the 4 sassy ladies, lol. They reminded me of the muses from Hercules. They add such a nice flair to the music. They were so cute, I loved them too. Drake getting called a pedophile on international TV was a bigger blowout than the rest of the game. Witnessing 2 murders today, Drake's and the Chiefs. He put Drake back in that wheelchair. Give him the good old Jimmy Brooks. That's so embarrassing for Drake and I'm so here for it. I wish he'd utilized SZA more. She's insanely talented and was only on stage for a short time. Beyond that, I thought it was well done. The choreography was excellent and I love the simple costume choices. She wasn't even singing anyway. To be fair, artists don't always sing live for a large performance like this. There are so many technical things happening that live audio can easily get lost, like the Thanksgiving parade, not to mention the difference in equipment needed for recording live audio for 50,000 people versus television. It's not impossible for them to sing live, but Super Bowl performances typically have a backing track. She was absolutely singing the second song, lol. I agree. She is absolutely a delightful artist and doesn't often get the credit she deserves. Who was the guy he brought out? The one holding the football and dancing around. Thanks. Mustard, the producer of Not Like Us. And TV Off, the song that was playing when he came out. Mustard triple A-ard, exclamation mark. Mustard on tar beat. Ho. DJ Mustard, producer of Not Like Us and TV Off. Loved the political commentary. Samuel L. Jackson is the only Uncle Sam I'll ever acknowledge. Loved K. looking directly at the camera for the Drake bits. And saying a MINORRRR with his whole chest. Amazing HT show, for the culture, the genre, for rap fans. Casual fans, pop fans or Drake sympathizers won't get it. I tried to get it but he was unintelligible. I'm surprised people are saying this. I was hearing it over radio, and it sounded fine. You could tell he wanted to go harder but I loved it anyways. I also loved seeing Serena Williams up there. The revolution will be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy. I liked Uncle Sam. I didn't recognize any of the songs or understand any of what he was saying, but it was well choreographed and very visually pleasing to look at. Did anyone else not hear the audio of the beats that well? Almost sounded a cappella in the beginning lol. I watched it on Tubi, and it was good. Some people on the hip-hop head subreddit said the same thing. So I don't know what was up. Same here. Tubi with a cheap Amazon TV, and I commented aloud to my girlfriend that it was the first halftime show I could actually hear. Weird that everyone had a completely different experience. The symbolism was symbolizing America x Squid Games, censorship, rebellion. I wish the messaging was more overt so it would reach the people it really needs to. But it was art. As a big Kendrick fan I was happy and enjoyed it a lot, but did anyone else find the mixing to be pretty bad? I kept saying to my husband, they need to turn his mic up. Especially in the very beginning and a couple of other points. Just felt like vocals weren't standing out the way I wanted. Edit, forgot a word. I had the show on cable downstairs and Tubi upstairs, multitasking doing home chores. Tubi sounded 100% better. I like how at the end it said, game over, and the pan out of the field made it look like a game controller. Kendrick was letting him know it was game over bro. Samuel L. Jackson as Uncle Sam, directing the performance exactly how an elder directed us to behave in front of white people, only to he told, nah, FK that, with Not Like Us at the end was 10 out of 10. Yes, or when he started talking about how that was the wrong kind of music and it needed to be slowed down and play it softer, literally predicting what all the people who didn't understand what was going on were going to say. Stunning. He's played an Uncle Tom and an Uncle Sam. Did not understand a word of it. Yeah, it's hard with him. I like some of his songs and I'm not a big rap fan, but you gotta really listen closely because he says a lot very quickly and there's wordplay, references that don't translate well to memorable sound bites. Edit, like I know Humble and Not Like Us, but didn't catch a lot of the other stuff. Nah, audio was off. His mic was way too low sadly. I'm so glad he did political commentary, I had chills the whole performance. I was hoping for that, but honestly I couldn't follow what he was saying. That seems to be a lot of folks, his mic OBV wasn't perfect. But people requesting Lil Wayne or saying it was the worst are just reactionary IMO. I couldn't understand what he was saying at all, skeptical smiley face. The revolution bout to be televised. You picked the right time but the wrong guy. Can someone explain the political commentary? Clown car full of people dressed as the American flag colors, the revolution will be televised, you picked the wrong guy, Black Uncle Sam, probably layers on layers of all the references knowing Kendrick. Did anyone catch, these some whole other politics, and the red at the right side of the stage doing the salutes?
I laughed my ass off when he smiled at the camera and said, say Drake, I hear you like them young, lol, _Sue, _.
Snoozerfest. It was terrible and boring. Honestly, it was the perfect way for Kendrick to shut down on the beef completely while taking a stance with the current direction things were heading. The compilation coupled with Uncle Sam basically reverberating on what NFL and TV were saying what he should do and be like, then turning it around to end it on his terms, was honestly the best halftime show in a good while. 9/10. I could barely understand a word he was saying. Very lackluster IMO. I found the audio was low during the performance. A lot of people that thought it was going to be great are pretending it was better than it was. I don't know what's going on with him and Drake, but I hate Drake so I'm on his side. How did you miss it? Tears of Joy, listen to Not Like Us. Euphoria, talks about every damn thing he hates about him. Skull, Meet the Grahams. Peekaboo, TV Off. I've watched 30 plus halftime shows and they never get the audio, acoustics figured out. Basically an impossible task. They don't even get a sound check. The only thing I understood was, Mike, turn the TV off. Turn the TV off, musical notes. That part one strongly identified with. Teasing Not Like Us earlier in the show while joking about lawsuits was fucking hilarious. Loved the performance. Absolute garbage. What's up with the top comments? Something fishy is going on. Swear there's been sentiment control through botting and stuff, trying to push comments that agree a certain way to the top for visibility. Thank you. Reading the comment made me think I'm crazy LMAO. Had to sort by controversial to see criticism lol what's going on. All my friends who are watching think it's trash, including rap enjoyers. Not my cup of tea but that's okay. Not gonna be one of those people that whines about it. You're the best kinder of person honestly. I'm no longer in the target demographic and that's okay. As long as they throw us old fucks a bone every couple of years. I couldn't understand a word he was saying. Because he had to censor himself like every other line.